We are about to kick this off. Super Saturday on the Zoom. We are going to get busy with our presentation. And if you're here for the right reasons, then you will enjoy the fact that we're going to talk about Safir Global and ZENIQ Technologies. So if that's been your invitation to come to an amazing presentation about an amazing company, amazing organization that's doing great things in the blockchain space, helping people to earn crypto on autopilot, you are in the right place. All right. So always a disclaimer, real quick, if you want to, read all that, hey, go for it. But I'm going to give you the cliff notes. We are not here to give you financial advice. We will talk about some coin pricing. We'll talk about a little forecasting, what the coin price may be. We can talk a little bit about staking because you earn pretty much as you leave the coins in the actual account over time. You build up, some additional profits off of that. So, those are some of the things that are possibilities. I can't guarantee anything, but I can tell you that my personal experience, it does work. There's minting of coins and tokens, and there's a sales and time halving. And we're going to talk about all these as we go through the presentation. So this is information and education so that you can make a very, very well-informed decision about this opportunity. But we always have to go back to what we know. The world we were prepared for no longer exists. Wow. That just, so many things run through my head when I read that. And every single time I'm like, oh man, don't spend too much time on this one. But it's packed, right? Because we all know, we grew up, we came through a time where, hey, get your education up. You want to be this, you want to be that, whatever you choose, but you got to get to the college, you got to get through, all this schooling and then follow this process, and then you'll get this good job. They didn't say you're going to have a whole lot of debt while you're doing that, but hey, look, just get in line, get your education up, and hey, that job is going to be waiting on you as soon as you walk across you get your diploma, and they're like, hey, you want to come work for us? Doesn't work that way. And so that no longer exists. Nobody's out there, freely doing that. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Pandemic, there's definitely been some serious issues within, the last few years. And if anybody think it's over, it's not over. There are still people being infected or affected by the COVID and by the pandemic and everything associated with that. And so we really have to be cognizant of, what are we going to do if we cannot get up and go to work? So that's a powerful, powerful thing that people say and they don't think about it. But I'm gonna give you an example real quick, and then definitely, we're gonna keep it moving. But personal experience, just a couple of days ago, a good friend that I was in Toastmasters with, she posted something on Facebook and said she used to work for Cox Cable out here. And she says, hey, I heard that Cox is laying off people again. And I'm like, whoa, again, right? And so the first thing goes through my mind is, what's your plan B? Like, what is your plan B, right? You're waiting for the company to, give you a severance pay? No, they're letting you go. And so, if you've been working all this time, and I'm sure out here in San Diego, Cox Cable is a big employer. And I was just like, wow. And so I read the comments, and nobody, of course, people were like, oh, that's, it's terrible, I'm concerned, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, okay, but what's your plan B? You got to prepare for these things because they will happen. And so now we should really understand, based on that pandemic and, the things that's happened over the last, few years, got to put us in the position of, okay, let me plan for my future versus react to my future. So definitely a way to do that is to find out about companies like ZENIQ Technologies. So today we're going to talk about ZENIQ Technologies as the actual product and services company that we market for. So we as Safir Global members market for ZENIQ Technologies, and we have the exclusive rights to market for this particular, blockchain-based company. ZENIQ enables everyone in the world to improve their financial freedom with ease and secure access to blockchain technology. And a lot of times when we talk about crypto, then blockchain technology is the underlying access to the cryptocurrency that we all kind of know, right? And a lot of people may not, dip their toe into understanding blockchain I recommend it, but you don't have to. It's just like, why do I need to know how the light bulb works? If I hit the thing and it comes on, I'm good. And the same thing with, if I got some cryptocurrency, hey, I got a wallet address, I can transfer it. I don't really think about how it's being transferred, but it's good to know, right? Because ZENIQ Technologies is producing so much amazing evolution of the next level of technology and smart chains. And I mean, it's amazing the things that you're going to see, that we really are in pole position to win, like year after year after year. And so you definitely want to just learn as much as you can about the company and all of that. So we're going to give you just a little bit today, but there's a lot more to them. So they're located in Dubai, in the Dubai International Financial Center. And those are the towers, so you could easily locate them if you're over there. If you're there, then absolutely contact them, and I'm sure they'll be happy to entertain you. They did start out in Austria in 2018, and so we found out that in May of 2021, they did get their license and registration there in Dubai as a research and development company, not a financial company, right? So that's just something that's kind of been floated around, but just to clear that up, if anybody, mentions that, they are a research and development company. All right. So great things ahead. Just, a little information at the bottom here, some of the supporters and all that. And Safir Global obviously is one of the key, strategic partners with ZENIQ Technologies. So when we talk about ZENIQ Technologies, we're talking about next generation products. We're talking blockchain tech, energy tech, health tech, right? And if you look at the global, scheme of things, that these are three of the most, widely used and probably sought after categories pretty much around the globe. And so they're really doing the right thing by going into these different markets. They definitely kick off everything with the blockchain tech. The device that you see in the middle is called the hub, is a ZENIQ hub. And that ZENIQ hub is a device that it's what I guess you would call a digital asset manager. So all digital assets can be managed from that device. I will give you a little bit more information about it as we go, but it is a very, very powerful device that anybody can purchase, and you can use that, or you can use a virtual system as well. So the blockchain tech is really the main focus. That's what they really are doing up front. Energy tech is coming. And health tech, we do have a product that is offered in our back office for health tech. So definitely check that out when you get a chance, learn a lot about it. We got videos, you got interviews, you got experts talking about that health tech product. It's really, really amazing. And so all of this together is really positioning us to enter into the multi-trillion-dollar market. Excuse me. 360-degree ecosystem. Yes, this is definitely the slide of slides when it comes to this program. Everything about the program exists right here. And so definitely follow me real quick on this. The top left, we're talking about the ZENIQ Technology owns their own decentralized blockchain, and they're creating decentralized exchange. The ZENIQ Swap, down kind of at the bottom right, goes hand in hand with the exchange, and that is going to be something that's different from what's out there in the field. And so when I get to the cross-chain piece, I'll kind of conclude on what that is. The ZENIQ Hub, that I talked about a little earlier, is that device that they were the first ones to come out with something like this. There were comments from big agencies, financial agencies out there that looked at that device and said, wow, you know what? This is perfect for our particular audience, our particular clients, because a lot of them invest. But then when they start asking about crypto, there was no easy way to get into investing in crypto or having an agency or organization manage that piece, because they weren't really well versed in that. And so that particular agency, basically said that this is why they wanted to join up with ZENIQ Technologies, is because of this device alone. So it's really, really a powerful device. The ZENIQ app, that app has a multi-coin wallet. And so you can keep all your crypto in that wallet, the ZENIQ app. The ZENIQ app is necessary for the security of your Safir Global membership, and for payments and transactions and all of that, because they have like different layers of security that they've added to the program, which is so powerful. that ZENIQ app is critical to any transactions that you're trying to make. So you definitely want to get that downloaded, as a new member. The ZENIQ debit card is available internationally, in the EU, I think, at right now, but they are looking at doing an international version of that. The staking hints, that's the staking program that is supporting the AVANOC token. And so AVANOC, I think I have a slide in here about AVANOC. If not, so AVANOC is aviation on the blockchain kind of marketplace. And so AVANOC created a program. They felt like, hey, look, we don't have a business to business booking program or private jet, private travel program that is easy to go online and book. And so they created that on the blockchain. And so as they were going on, they just didn't get traction, over years. And I guess they partnered with ZENIQ Technologies last year and a half. And when they partnered with them, all of a sudden things started to move because of the ZENIQ blockchain, right? And so ZENIQ's having their own blockchain opened the door for a lot of companies or projects out there that weren't moving. Now they're moving. And that's the power of ZENIQ and having their own blockchain, and which is faster than any other blockchain out there on the market. So they have created a space where other, strategic partners can come over, use the blockchain to produce, all of their particular features of their product. And we benefit from that through the staking of the tokens, because, the price can go up or down, but over time, we know that the company is doing things to grow the value because of these strategic partnerships. So AVANOC is a very powerful program that is part of the Safir and ZENIQ ecosystem. You have the ZENIQ swap, which is partnered with the exchange and part of the cross-chain concept. And so that's something that we're looking at happening really soon. We're very excited about that because a lot of us has been around for a while. That ZENIQ swap was talked about. The ZENIQ Exchange was talked about, right? And so we were always like, wow, that's going to be exciting. 6-7 months go by and you're like, okay. And so it's so good to know and see actual screenshots of, hey, we've developed this user interface. We are working on the back end. Hey, just give us a couple of more weeks and I think, we'll have it in production. So really exciting, because a lot of the things that I'm pointing out on this slide, that's why it's so exciting to talk about it, is we knew about this day one, but 6 months in, we were still kind of like, well, and you think about the other projects out there and the companies that, say they're going to do this, say they're going to do that. But wow, if you stuck around, right? If you've been in the game for a while, yeah, we all kind of like, okay, what's going on? And now it's like, boom, they are rolling it all out. And so they did it at a strategic point in time. And it's been beautiful, to see it come to fruition like this. So I'm very excited about where we are and where we're going. Tokenization, that right there it's worth its weight in gold, like just the term, but to know that that's that multi-trillion-dollar market that ZENIQ Technologies is really leading in. And I'm gonna tell you that right there. And when they talk about the NFTs and things like that, there are so many projects that they're trying to bring on, but they're very, very strategic about it. And so they only bring on the best projects, right? And so we'll see more about that and which projects are coming to be tokenized and anything that happens. This is the beauty of the ecosystem. The ZENIQ coin is listed on Uniswap, LA Token, and PancakeSwap. That coin, the value of it is based upon everything that goes on in this ecosystem. So whenever you see the cross-chain, tokenization, ZENIQ swap, staking, debit card, all of that means that however many ZENIQ coins you hold, that value increases and increases and increases, right? So you're not looking to make money off of the ZENIQ hub. No, not the hub. You're making the money off the value that's created by the hub, right? So a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm used to making, 2% a day or 1% a day and this and that and the other. This is not that type of program. This is like, hey, if you want to build wealth, then you're in the right place. This is wealth. This is not get rich quick. This is wealth building. It takes time, but guess what? The longer it takes, the longer it lasts. So you definitely want to stay plugged in. And these new developments, you're in the game at a point where this is happening. We were in it before it happened. So we were like, oh my God, this is great. So hopefully you kind of get a better picture of this is ZENIQ Technologies. This is what they do, and this is what they're offering. And this is like advanced technology. This is not yesterday. This is today and next year and a few years down the road. So you're in a great place for longevity as well. As I said, the ZENIQ Hub is the primary product that ZENIQ Technologies rolled out. And I always like to say, look, they had some challenges like any other product when they first came out, and then the pandemic hit. And so the chips, they were having them made in China. And so, of course, that slowed things down. And so the initial, thing was a little shaky, but look at them now. They weathered the storm, and boom, they didn't say, oh, well, you know what, we'll give up. Somebody tried to sue them. They didn't walk away. They fought them, got back in the game, and they have their product because it is their product. It's not somebody else's product. And they really, really, made that happen. And so I think that's an honorable, story because they did fight through a lot to get to where they are today. And we're excited because we're definitely benefiting from that. But it does have, it's got the tablet look to it. So it's, very familiar. You do have a minting capability with this particular device. And so the minting versus mining is, the more green, less energy driven way to produce cryptocurrency. And so that's obviously a big deal. And so when you see that they're partnering with, an impact token like Tupan, which we'll talk about later, then you'll see that that's a trend that they really, really are doing, is making sure things are green, saving more energy, saving the environment, but we're all making money while that's happening. You have the, like I said, the masternode, so they can produce those cryptocurrency. You have the wallet, so you can hold your cryptocurrency in there as well. The security is really, really tight on that. You also are, I think, in the future, be able to sync that up with the back office. So, for instance, if you have access on your computer and you have this tablet, then you'll be able to sync those together. And so you'll be able to see all of your activity on that tablet. So I think there's some things that they're putting into it for the different versions that are coming out. One of the biggest things is when you have a master node. And so, for people that have some background in kind of this technology, a master node is kind of like a master plate, right? If you're the person that carries the plates around for Fort Knox in the US, the master plate is the one. There's only, one copy of the master plate, right? And I'm sure they have some others hidden somewhere, but as we know, it's one original, and that's that. But you make duplicates from the original. That's what the master node does for cryptocurrency. We have access to the master node. Therefore, when a Tupan comes along, when an Avanot comes on, any of those companies come along and they want to produce cryptocurrency, we can do it from our ZENIQ blockchain. That's how powerful it is, because we are the parents and those are the children. It's just nonstop. Anything that comes along, we can produce it. So it's really, really powerful to have access. And most people that get into this space that understand master nodes, servers, and the like, this is phenomenal. You would pay tens of thousands of dollars to have a master node in any blockchain, type organization. And so this is phenomenal for what you get for this particular organization. What they're offering is powerful. So definitely this is a device that you can it's a physical device you can purchase, but you don't have to have this device to run your program. So just so you know, it's not something you have to buy, but it is, if you want it, it's a powerful tool. Like I said, the ZENIQ coin is listed on PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and LA Token. And as you see, there's a couple of other coins there. We have the Avanot, which is the blue and white, and you have the Tupan, which we'll definitely talk about here shortly. But those, when you see additional tokens, that means that's additional value, and additional value equals additional compensation or income. So, excuse me. So those are multiple streams within one program. And I always talk about diversification, but wow, what if you can diversify within one program and still grow your crypto and grow your monies and grow your wealth? That's just powerful. You don't have to bounce around. You can do it all in one place. Phenomenal. And so we have a limited number of coins, which is great. That's what you need. 600 to 700 million is the numbers that in that range maximum that will be produced. And as you can see in the second paragraph there is a limited number of hubs to mint them. So that's another reduction. And then when they on the exchange and throughout the NFT process, when you want to withdraw from the staking, then they're going to burn more tokens. So when those coins are burned, they're reducing the amount in circulation. And guess what? The economics of that say when you reduce the amount in circulation, then you increase the value or the scarcity of it. And the demand is already there. The demand increases and the price goes up because there's limited amount of them. So that's why we're so excited about where it's going. Because if you want to cash out at, at 30 cents, I'm gonna cash out at 300. So I'm gonna let you do what you do. But I know that this thing is just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. Not financial advice, just so you know. That's just my personal opinion. All right. Let's see. So we talk about this multi-trillion-dollar market. We're talking about there is an 800 trillion. This is, I'm sure that number is bigger now, but that was the number when the slides were created. $800 trillion market, which is all the financials and, all the different areas. But when we're talking about the tokenization within that market, we're talking about $24 trillion by 2027, right? And a lot of people say that it probably will go higher because we just don't know the magnitude, as of yet. So that's where ZENIQ Technologies has really, put their efforts into, is creating a powerful model for companies to just come on over and we'll go ahead and create that tokenization effect for you, right? And with you. And so we're in that $24 trillion market as well. Now, keep that number in mind. That's 24 trillion. So that's one area. I mean, that's enough by itself, to be involved with, but it gets better. So real quick about the tokenization. Some people may be like, what in the world? I mean, I was asking that question many times and I kept trying to figure it out. Well, anything could be tokenized. It just, I mean, there's a variety of ways to do it. But you have, let's say, raising funds. You can run a tokenization project to raise funds. And you can do that tokenizing. And so one thing that people may not know is when you're in the tokenization process, then an NFT is the most efficient way to produce that tokenizing effect, right? And so that's why you'll see the term NFT, but a lot of people don't know that that's a tokenization process to get you to that. So if you have a painting, a physical art that you want to sell or somebody's selling, and they just don't want to lose track of the ownership, then they create a smart contract and that's embedded into that particular painting. That's an NFT, right? Process, right? And so those are some of the things that you'll hear the term NFT a lot, but it's not a separate thing. It's literally part of the tokenization process. So it's really cool how that ownership, works. And that's one of the biggest uses of tokenization at the moment, other than raising funds, is the NFT to secure original ownership of, art and things like that. So it's really powerful as well. So yeah, those are some of the things that you can tokenize. Like I said, ZENIQ Technologies has come up with a great process and attracted, a lot of partners in order to see what that next project will be. So when we talk about, all of that information, I mentioned the Tupan minting, and I'll go into that a little bit more. Definitely ZENIQ minting. So we're minting that cryptocurrency. We got the Avanox staking. So that's another stream within the program. And so these are multiple income streams. So you have to decide, what's your mission? What's your vision? What do you want? Right? When you decide on you going forward or you walk away, what do you want? So what's your mission? What's your vision? You really have to think about that. Everything that we talk about today is in one place, but it's so diversified. It's really, really, really great. All right. So with that being said, that is the basics of the program. Now it gets better, but I want to make sure that we highlight there is a basic, you got to get started somewhere, and then you can start adding on the additional, features and products and services, right? But if you, want to understand where do I want to get started? Okay, I just talked about the coin. I just talked about the ZENIQ Hub. I just talked about the different, different ways that, we earn, how do we create value, the ecosystem. So all of that information should give you a base to say, you know what? Okay, got it. Now here's how you get started. ZENIQ Hub 01. That is the actual device that I talked about. 1998 euros. And, you know, in dollars, maybe $2,000, $2,100, something like that. But you can purchase that device, right, through your back office. It does mint cryptocurrency. So you will be minting ZENIQ coins, receiving ZENIQ coins along the way. No problem. So you actually are, you know, so some people may think you're getting a device, but you're not getting everything else. But you are able to mint cryptocurrency when you purchase that device. Right. So that's a big value in itself. So you got one hub that's part of that particular device. Now, if you don't need a device and you want a virtual hub, which stays with the company, then you have the housing hub 01, and that's 14.99 euro. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. And so that produces cryptocurrency as well. And so you're going to create, you know, mint your ZENIQ coins with that particular hub as well. Now, as you can see, the hubs continue to grow 2x, 4x, 8x, 16x, so on and so forth. That just means that if you want more performance or production from your hubs to produce more ZENIQ coins, then you can go with the 2x, which is 29.50 euro. So you get obviously twice the minting power. Go with the 4x, you get 4 times the minting power. And so, you know, that's why I say you sit with the person that invited you and just have that conversation. You know, anybody upline, somebody that been in the program for a while, and just kind of talk it out. Like, okay, what does this mean? What's my budget? What do I want to do? What's my goals? What do I want to be, you know, 6 to 12 months from now with this program? And those are some of the things you want to factor in, because when you start minting and start growing that crypto, then you want that to keep growing. And so the value that you hold with the crypto that's produced is going to equate to the amount of value that you receive when all of these other parts in the ecosystem are producing, right? So the value is going towards that coin. So if the coin is worth, you know, 10 cents today, and, you know, within the next year, it gets up to, let's say 50 cents. If you have, you know, 10 coins today versus 100 coins, because you say, well, I'm going to test the waters, I'm going to test it out and see what happens. And over time, yes, it's working, it's producing. So if you determine I want to be at a certain point, then obviously, you know, you have to start at a certain point. So that's why I always talk about, you know, from a personal development perspective, what's your goals? You know, what is that financial goal? And if this is part of that, you know, process for you, then you kind of have to look down the road, because this is a wealth building process. This is not a, you know, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be, you know, rich and I'm going to, you know, be done with this. No, they want you around for a long term. So this is not one of them other programs. This is one of those that'll be here with you along the way and helping you create that wealth for yourself and anybody that comes after you. So I really believe in what they have. There is multiple ways that you can earn short-term and long-term. You know, so there is a passive side, which I've talked about. This is all the passive parts of the program where you can earn just by being in the program. So that's cool. Some people are like, I'm good with that. There's others that say, you know what? I have a community of people that really, really, you know, believe in what I do, and I know that I can help them. And now you get into the active side. And while you start actively doing it, the company is like, we appreciate that. We got some bonuses for you. And so there are additional rewards for those that want to refer and help other people. Okay. So like I said, this slide, I want to make sure that I go ahead and hit it home. One, you can start at any of these levels. Okay. And there is a free level, and there is 100 to 150, 250, all the way to 800. So there is a variety of levels for every budget. It's here. You just want to get started wherever you are. That's where you get started. Okay. I always say, start where you want to be. That's, you know, but hey, I'm just here to provide the information and education, right? My personal experience is it's an awesome opportunity. I started a 2X hub. That's what I did, you know, and things just got great along the way. All right. I know you're probably saying, wow, I thought that was it. No, that's not it. I want to hold your attention just for a few seconds. Check this out. Are you minting Tupan? I mean, do you even know what that is? Don't worry about it. I got you. Tupan is the impact token. And what is an impact token? It's an environmentally friendly, right? Because it is one, I'm talking, there may be another one, but I don't know of it. this token is associated with the company that's registered with the SEC in the US of A. I don't know any other token that is doing that. That alone is just phenomenal. And the founder behind this, oh my gosh, he in his own world, he knows his stuff. He is absolutely at the top of his game. And so we know the right people are behind this project. They're doing great things for the rainforest. And so if you want to do something good for the environment and make money at the same time, well, you know what? ZENIQ Technologies has opened that door up for us. Now, on that fourth bullet there on the right, it says, in compliance with the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. Man, I'll challenge anybody to go find some cryptocurrency that has that particular feature. I mean, this is powerful. So you really know that the company is looking out for its best interest and everybody else that's associated with it when they come up with things like this. Very powerful, very powerful. And so just a little bit about it. Like I said, it's a lot of information about this particular part of the program. And you can go into your back office, you can download a lot of the presentations and really get into it if you like. A lot of good information, right, to learn more about it. But this slide, you just really giving you some highlights. When you, Forest AU, so I want to talk about that. Forest AU is the actual company that is registered with the SEC. They use the Tupan tokens in order to purchase these carbon CO2 certificates that are traded on the open market, right? And then eventually gets back to purchasing the Tupan tokens that are produced through the exchange, and then those are burned. And so there's this start and finish that really is an interesting process. And the beautiful thing is this: we don't even have to get involved in doing those things, right? It's a very, very detailed process that we're over here purchasing the tokens, right? We're minting tokens in our back office because we have the opportunity to purchase the nodes to mint them. One-time purchase, continuous minting, like phenomenal, right? And so we're the beneficiaries of that value just because we are in the right place at the right time. So absolutely phenomenal. But this is a great program that's been added to the ZENIQ Technologies, platform. Really, really, really enjoy being a part of this because I feel very good about talking to people saying, look, we really have something that is saving the rainforest. Like that's amazing. So they have 67 patents and registration. And so they're basically saying that, from medicine to agriculture to cosmetics, surveillance, all of those different areas, plus, another 63 that are ways that they can produce additional revenue with the company. So that's a good thing, because anything that produces more revenue obviously brings more value to the cryptocurrency that we will be holding. So really, really good stuff. But we're going to highlight a little bit on the CO2 certificates. I don't have a background in this, but what I know based on just being in this program is this carbon credits and this CO certificate market is huge, like massively huge. And just to kind of give you one example within the bigger picture, when you have a airline, airlines, they got to fly. They use jet fuel. That's just the way it is, right? And they have probably tried different ways to clean it up as much as possible, but there's going to be some emissions out there that produces the carbon, and really trying to stop that because it's killing the different layers of the atmosphere and stratosphere and all the fears, right? So we want to slow that down. Well, guess what? They created organizations, they got the initiative, Race to Net Zero, all of these things. All the countries have signed on to it. And so they have to purchase, the companies that pollute the air, they have to purchase these actual carbon credits, right? And when they purchase these carbon credits, then that's get the ball rolling to where Tupan is over there saying, okay, when you purchase those carbon credits, then we're going to go back, trade them on the market, and we're going to be able to take that value and literally repair the Amazon rainforest. So there's this cycle where they're killing pretty much the rainforest with all the pollution, but then the Tupan is taking those tokens and helping to rebuild the rainforest. But the CO2 certificates are centered to that because so many companies out there, so many countries out there have industries that are just polluting, and they have signed on to purchase these particular credits while this is happening because they can't avoid it 100%. So they say, the statistics say that the global carbon credit market was valued at $211 billion in 2019, but it's expected to reach 2,407 billion by 2027, right? So when we look at tokenization, we're talking about 24 plus trillion dollars by 2027. You're talking about 2,407 billion dollars by 2027 here. The industries that we are just fortunate to be part of, receiving benefits from. I mean, this is phenomenal, right? Because we're in the right place at the right time. All right. Now, this slide, it looks very simple, but it's still very complicated. So what I got from this slide is profits made from trading the CO2 certificates are used to buy Tupan tokens on the exchanges or from the open market, right? So that's, you can work out the arrows and all that. That's cool. Like I said, you can copy this, you can go to the back office, download the slides and do what you do. That's cool. But I got an overview of it. I know that they have a process in place to help repair the rainforest. I'm good with that. And boom, the value comes back to those that hold the tokens. That would be us. Now, how do we get those tokens? Good question. First, you purchase the ZENIQ Hub. Go into your back office, you decide, like I showed you on the previous slide, you select where you want to start, right? So the example here is you have the 1998-year-old One Hub device and hub. Then you have the housing hub, which is the virtual device. You can make a purchase on one of those. Then you can purchase the actual housing hub for Tupan. So that's a masternode in itself. Now, that's if you have an actual full ZENIQ Hub. Then you can purchase an add-on Tupan node. Okay, so that's how those go together. But let's say you purchase 100 euros up to 800 euros for the ZENIQ hubs, so you get a fraction of a hub. Then you can purchase a full Tupan node or hub at 1298 euros. Okay, but either way, you have the opportunity to make that purchase in your back office, so you can start minting those particular Tupan tokens. And those tokens are basically riding on the ZENIQ blockchain or smart chain, and that's produced from the ZENIQ hubs, right? The ZENIQ masternodes. So with that being said, there's an average, I think the last number I saw was about 96 to 99 Tupan tokens being produced daily with these particular nodes. So pretty powerful right there. All right. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, so the halving process. So real quick on this one, I don't spend a lot of time on it, but the halving process, you have a sales halving and you have a time halving. And so the sales halving is, hey, when a certain number of these masternodes are purchased, then they start to reduce the production of the tokens by 1%. Okay, and they do that until the next 2,000 are purchased, until the next 2,000 are purchased, and they reduce it by 1%. And so you may be earning about 100 at one time, and then it may go down to 99, 98, 97, like this, right? So it's not going to be like a, oh my gosh, I was getting 100 and now I'm getting 50. No, it doesn't work like that. It's just a little bit at a time, because they have to keep that number is what they call deflationary. They can't let it keep going up. They got to keep it reducing in order to keep the value going up. And you have the time halving, basically means every year then there will be a 50% reduction over the next year. So about 1% a week will be reduced in the amount of tokens produced with those particular nodes. Now, the exciting thing is it does say October 15th, but guess what? It's been extended. So there is still opportunity to get this incentive. Let's see here. So if you purchase your ZENIQ Hub and then you purchase the let's say a full node, one Tupan full node, then they're going to give you on top of that 1/8 ZENIQ minting share. Okay, so you're going to be able to add more ZENIQ coins to the pot because you have participated in the program up to this point, right? So I don't know what the new end date is, but I did just see something I was going through last night, and it said that this incentive has been extended. So definitely time to go ahead and take advantage of that. All right. Well, like I said, give the person that invited you. I'm sure they have this information, and you can kind of decide where you want to be, and then, you know, get some additional minting power from the ZENIQ hubs. So it's really cool. Good stuff. For the event, excuse me, in Dubai, I think it's 3rd through the 6th of December. There's some bonuses there for production. And so if you're doing 20,000 euros in production, you're going to get, you know, the product coupon. And so that'll be sent directly to you, I'm sure, after they verify everything. So that's a good thing. And like I said, definitely give the person invited you, you know, upline, so on and so forth. And just see, hey, you know, what do I need to do to get, you know, get some bonuses that will help me on this trip to Dubai. And you definitely, you know, want to make that trip at least one time and see what's going on. I know that there's a new office that Safir is moving into. So I don't know what the date is, but I think it's going to be, you know, sometime this year, before the end of the year. So that's something that's pretty cool that you might be able to be involved with. And with that being said, hope that you can hear that. Okay. All right. All right. So for everybody that is interested in building a team, or if you're just interested in the reward side of it, either you're looking at it from I'm just interested to see what it's about, or, you know what, I've been waiting for this part because I do have a team. I do have people I can reach out to. I do see that I can help a lot of people with this program. Then you want to definitely pay attention to this part of the presentation. Safir Global is located in Dubai, in the Jumeirah Lake Towers presently, but I think they're moving to the Burj Al Khalifa. Like I said, I don't know the date, but I'm sure that'll be announced as well. And they do have a headquarters. I think that's called Securities, I believe it is. So if you're ever in the areas, I'm sure they'll be happy to entertain you. All right. So if you are a person that's looking for the reward system, looking for a way that you can assist others in benefiting from this particular program, then the company says, look, we have about 3 different, you know, kind of packages of sorts, compensation packages. We have the unilevel, we have career rank and career bonuses, and we have a revenue share bonus pool as well. The first one is pretty straightforward. You, as a referrer, when you refer somebody, you give them your link, they sign up, they make a purchase, then you're going to get 10% of that purchase. Okay. So that value comes back to you for helping them, you know, get on the journey to really, really start their crypto building and wealth building journey. Now, when that person decides that, hey, this is pretty exciting, I know a few people that can benefit as well. When they give out their link and they do the same thing, then you're going to open the door for your second level, and then you'll get 7% on that second level. They'll get the 10%, you get the 7%. And that works all the way down that way. Yes, you can earn on more levels beyond the 15, but like I said, that's a training issue. And I'm sure, like I said, we got some key leaders that probably know a lot about that on the call. So it doesn't stop at 15, even though it shows that. And you know, it just depends on, you know, how intentional you are about building and supporting your teams and so on and so forth, how far you go down. So really, really powerful there as one of the benefits of the program. Now, in addition to that, when you do start building that team out, you got your leaders, you've identified who you're working with and helping them, you know, do what they do to expand the organization. Now you have the Ruby, Double Ruby, Sapphire, and diamonds and all the way up to that double gold diamond. And so what they're going to do is they're going to give you bonuses when you really grow the business and raise your build your teams, right? So when you introduce people and you have at least 7 that's registered and active, and you have at least 10,000 in volume, then you're going to get a 300 euro bonus, right? Comes to your back office, boom, instantly when it happens. As a double ruby, that means you have at least 12 direct members, right? Active members, and you have 20,000 in volume in your organization. Now they're going to give you a 600 euro bonus. Now when you hit Sapphire, you have 100,000 euro in volume and sales. Now they're going to give you a 3,000 euro bonus. Okay. And now when you get to double Sapphire, you have the same 12 direct, at least 12. When you hit 300,000 in volume, they're going to give you a 9,000 euro bonus. Wow. Things get interesting now. When you have 500,000 in volume and sales, they're going to give you a 15,000 euro bonus. Really nice. And then when you have at least 13 direct, you have $1 million in volume and sales, they're going to give you a 40,000 euro bonus as a diamond member in the organization, right? So when you hit that diamond rank gain, that's when things start to shift. That's that different level, because now you see that diamond is part of everything after that, right? So we know that's a kind of a different category, but we could talk about all those. But as you can tell, the numbers just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So your bonuses get bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think that everybody understands, obviously when you go up that ladder, things just get really, really good and better and better. And so when you do pretty much capture the 12 positions you see here, you're going to, you will have earned in bonuses alone over 4.5 million euros in bonuses just with these particular levels. There's 3 more levels above that, but that's the power of that. And I don't think anybody else is producing that high in any other organization. It's really, really powerful, giving back to the folks that put in the work. Really powerful. Now, there is the bonus pool as well, right? If that wasn't enough, boom, you're getting that unilevel bonus. You're getting that career level bonus. Now they're giving you some revenue share. Like, hey, look, you guys are doing a great job. Then we're going to share some of the profits with you on top of that. So at the end of the month, they take 10% of the revenue and they look at all the career ranks. Okay, what career levels we have, whatever that number is, they divide it out. And that's what they come up with, the shares per share amount. So that per share amount is basically those stars you see under each title. And so you have 1 star or 1 share under the ruby. So if it's 100 euros per share, then obviously that's 100 euros. Double ruby is 2x. So you get 2 shares, which is 200 euros. Sapphire, 1,000 euros as a bonus, double 2,000, so on and so forth. You get to diamond, now you have 80 shares at $100, 100 euros per share. So you're looking at about an 8,000 euro bonus. So with that being said, we are excited that they're dropping, amazing commissions on the unilevel. Then they're dropping amazing commissions on the career ranks. Now with the bonus pool, they give this to us not for one time, they give it to us for 6 months straight, right? So we're getting this bonus for 6 months. And that's like a salary, right? Really, really good stuff. Okay. Now it doesn't stop there. They continue, right? So this is, this is the other, I think this is my short presentation, but there are additional bonus pools that they've added to the program as well. And you can get additional bonuses with that particular program. And some have said that with those 3 different pools that they've added, because of the structure, of the organization, because of the structure of the bonuses from month to month, you can still earn, but you may be able to earn additional bonus pool funds and compensation with those new added bonus pools as well, right? So what I can do is we can stop here, and then I can pull up that particular slide. I got it on my other presentation. It was just it's part of it's a very long presentation with a lot of updates. And so that's why I had to remove a few things. Cool. All right, let's do this. What you see here is, yes, me having a break in the slides, and then there's this. So as I mentioned, and it's a little more informal because, like I said, I just wanted to really condense it down. I think we hit it right at about an hour, well, about 45 minutes. So I was pretty thrilled that I actually got to 45 minutes. Normally it is definitely like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So this information is to give you a better insight. So anybody that hasn't seen this information, then I think you'll appreciate that these are some of the things going on that's not really in the main presentation. Highest office in the world. So what we found out that in, I think it was September, they had a meeting in September, and they talked about moving the Safir office right there where that little star is. If you can see that star, and obviously, yeah, that's really high. I don't think it can go any higher. For some reason, they wanted to be in that particular space, which is cool. That is the 147th floor in the Burj Khalifa. So, yes, I look forward to making that trip, and I would love to get on the 147th floor and check it out. That's pretty cool. So there is a new office. So that's the first thing. Let's see where we at here. Okay. And these are just mock-ups, so definitely doesn't represent the actual office. So not sure that should be in there. All right, new Safir site. So if you haven't been to the Safir website lately, they do have a new website, which is very cool. I really like it. They've upgraded that. So it's good stuff. And so definitely check that out. And something that I think is pretty cool. It's a different type of token. It's something more of a rewards type token within the Safir ecosystem. And so when they come out with the merchandise and, you know, some other products and things like that in the Safir shop, then you'll be able to use what they call the I Love Safir token. So there is a Safir token on its way. Pretty interesting, pretty cool. Looking forward to that. And they are saying that that will be Safir platform. This token works like a stable coin. Okay. Pretty cool. So we don't have a lot of information about it, just got a slide. And so until more comes out about that, then, hey, this is just a notification that Safir and ZENIQ are growing and growing and growing. So that just really tells you that these guys aren't playing. And that's just telling you that's where it'll be positioned right there in your back office. You'll be able to, you know, make purchases just like you do with the blockchain tech. You'll be able to do that with the Safir shop, and all that information, like I said, will be in your back office, you know, your totals and all that good stuff. So it's pretty cool. All right. And there's some merchandise that'll be coming our way sometime in the near future. But I think this one right here is probably, man, I don't know, everything's exciting, but I think you're going to kind of like this. We have the smartphone with the blockchain messenger, which I think is phenomenal because it does it all. So like I said, that ZENIQ app is critical to the future of your business, like absolutely critical, because so much good is coming with that. Decentralized communication is the name of the game with this particular company. And so all of these features will be, and they have surprise, because I guess there's something in there that we're going to be surprised by. So, okay, that's cool. But just having a decentralized communication device is really awesome. So that's coming as well. The ZENIQ Messenger. So we'll be able to do some internal conversations, and I'm sure people will be able to use it just like any other messenger that you can download. And so that's just another selling point within the total ecosystem of all the products and services that we are able to offer to bring people into this ecosystem of learning and earning. I think this is just a big part of that as well, because people use these type of you know, systems and apps and things like that. And so that's really cool that that's another addition to the program. You will be able to, you know, take a look at total assets, hub balance, credit card balance, and NFTs. All of this is part of that app. So just a lot going on. You know, like I said, it's just so many different things that we really don't touch on or don't even get involved with because it's just so much good stuff. But, you know, these are just examples, obviously, of what it'll look like. And so that being powerful enough, we go to the ZENIQ swap. You know, a lot of people are just itching to see this come online. And there's a couple of videos out there on YouTube, and you know, I haven't had a chance to download it, but I've watched them a couple of times, and it shows the whole presentation that you know, Dr. Erwin Doctor, you know, the CEO of ZENIQ, he broke it down and he explained, you know, what's coming with the ZENIQ swap and how it's going to function. And being a liquidity provider, just that produces an additional income stream. So that's just a whole nother level. Like I said, you start losing count of how many income streams that ZENIQ and Safir is offering after a while. It's just like, wow, another one? Okay, cool, I'll take it. But like I said, I don't want to get into it too deep, but they do talk about liquidity. So creating opportunities for the Avanac, the Tupan, and bringing on, you know, additional strategic partners, as long as they have a token, they have, you know, interactions with the blockchain and the smart chain and all these kind of things, then they're bringing more value, which creates more liquidity for the program. And so to be the liquidity provider on the ZENIQ swap, you at every coin, every you know, ZENIQ coin holder can participate in that process. And of course, if you participate in the process, you're going to get value from the process. So when somebody makes a swap, there's a little fee that goes on, and that part of that fee comes back to anybody that's offering the liquidity to the platform. Thus, another income stream. And so, and this is, and just so you know, right? I think they said like a lot of the fees are going to be like 0.001 or something like that, just the lowest in the industry. But here's what's interesting about that. Pancake Swap, Uniswap, they're doing millions a day, millions and up to billions a day in fees alone. Like boom, like really? So when you hear, you know, 1 cent or less, may not get to the billions, but there'll be millions traded a day when obviously the ZENIQ swap becomes more popular and obviously catch traction and everybody's using it. We got, you know, what, 400,000 or 500,000 members within the system right now. And so even if 250,000 use the swap, start looking, those numbers are going to start adding up really quick. And being the liquidity provider and then receiving some benefits from that, it's going to be phenomenal. Really looking forward to that. All right. So like I said, just a little bit about that and how that works. And there are some snapshots of the ZENIQ swap and what the user interface may look like. So it looks really similar to like MetaMask or Quick Swap, you know, something like that. And then, you know, just a couple more of those shots. But that's you know, that's some pretty exciting stuff to really see this coming. Like, oh man, just really a long time coming. Really excited about where we're going with that. And you connect your wallet just like you do with, like I said, with MetaMask or Pancake Swap, whatever, same process. So nothing different, just easy to use. And we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. All right. And that concludes my presentation.